We'll get to that, but let's get on to the big news. And I'm glad, a lot of times when I go out on vacation, I miss the big news.
Right.
But I came back in time for the big news today. And that is this video, which was released, when was it? This morning?
Over the weekend?
Or over
yesterday, I think.
Yeah,
I think Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, this is exciting stuff. A lot of people are talking about this. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if people remember Jeb Bush, but here is Jeb Bush.
Jeb.
I think is pretty remarkable.
And he hasn't declared yet. Many in the Republican Party hope he soon will. Is this Ron DeSantis' opportunity to run for higher office?
I think it is. He's been a really effective governor. He's young. I think we're on the verge of a generational change in our politics. I kind of hope so. I think it's time for a more forward-leaning, future-oriented conversation in our politics as well.
Which has made him, should he choose to run for president, a serious contender in Republican politics.
And who better to do it than someone who's been outside of Washington, who's governed effectively, who I think has shown that Florida could be a model for the future of our country.
So was that Jeb Bush's endorsement, or is it a little tepid?
It was a little weird. I mean, I guess that was on Kilmeade's show, right? But I mean, DeSantis hasn't announced that he's running. This is them. They're freaking out right now. They are freaking out that DeSantis, who's the loser run, he's doing a crime tour of Chicago and Philly and New York and speaking to police unions. Trump's out on the ground in East Palestine giving out free McDonald's and water to the people there. I mean, the primary already kind of feels over, but I know it's not. But they're panicked, right? Eric Levitz had a great piece in New York Magazine speaking about how desperately the Republican Party is trying to brand DeSantis as like the reasonable moderate, someone that Wall Street Journal readers can get behind because he went to an Ivy League school. But that's not going to square with the general population in the general election when all he can talk about is trans kids and banning books and critical race theory. That's alienating to people.
The real problem that he has, and I think there was a poll that came out from Fox News that I think had Trump up 43 to like 28 against DeSantis.
We showed one from Morning Consult where it's 50 to 30.
Yeah, there is a huge gulf here. Now, it's conceivable that if all of the supporters for all the other candidates rally around DeSantis, if DeSantis turns out to be really dynamic and whatnot, maybe there's a slight chance it'll be competitive. But the problem that DeSantis has, as you just alluded to, is that to beat Trump, he's going to have to get even more anti-trans, more anti-book, more anti-black, more anti-history than he is now, which is incredible how, much of a freak show he is. And there's no way you can hide that from the American public. And so it is going to be a huge turnoff as he chases Trump. Here's Donald Trump on Truth Social, apparently still waiting for whatever the non-compete clause that he signed for something. Fox News is promoting Ron DeSantis. So much, so hard, and so much that there's not much time left for real news. Reminds me of 2016 when they were pushing Jeb.
Well,
the new Fox poll, which have always been purposely terrible for me, has Trump in all capitals, crushing DeSanctimonious. He's using two different versions of the DeSanctis.
I don't get DeSanctis, but I mean, I guess he's getting
It's
Latin
Latin for
on
holy because it's holier than thou. How many times do I have to explain it?
But they barely show it. Instead, they go with losers like Karl Rove, Paul Ryan, and now even Jesper. That's
what?
Esper, right? That's
oh.
Yeah.
He's a yes man.
Yes.
Got it.
Although he said no to me. He can't even get that right. Who have been wrong about everything. Isn't there a big, beautiful network which wants to do well, and make a fortune besides? Fake news!
So what's Ron DeSantis? We're going like Sanctus. He's above it all. We're going Latin.
I don't know.
He's holier than thou.
I don't know.
Veni, vidi, vici, Ron. I'm gonna conquer you.
This is gonna nice. This is gonna be an interesting primary. I don't say fun, although I think it's gonna be fun. But I don't say
Well, it's
fun
uncouth
because
to say it's fun.
Well, it's not couth to say it's going to be fun.
We're
and
gonna
also,
have fun.
It could lead to a disaster.
War with China.
I mean, God knows,
Yeah.
frankly. But
Or invading Mexico, like his son's been talking about.
But this
Yeah.
is the fun part. I mean, like, this is the time where we can party as the flames kind of before they engulf us, right?
right, I guess that's true. And so, but when you know the flames are coming, it's not necessarily quite as fun.
Well,
Especially when you've done it already.
that's called cognitive dissonance.
2016, I still remember it. I'm not that old, but